When I heard this, I thought it was absolutely fake news. But then Michael Irvin, I linked the interview in the article in the description of the source link. I seen the video and it was true. And Coach Bill O'Brien used to be the offensive coordinator for Brady with New England, head coach at Penn State. Now he is the general manager and the head coach of the Houston Texans. Say some things to DeAndre Hopkins that should have got his head split. So let's talk about it. Check our NFL Talk playlist. Don't forget we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. And in this meeting, the meeting was called because Bill O'Brien thought that DeAndre Hopkins had too much influence over the locker room. When you talk about these colonizers and these pilgrims, Mayonnaise Nation, whatever you want to call these dudes, man, they do not like when black people got power. Okay, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and I seen that when they traded Quadre Diggs. Seattle said he had too much influence over the locker room. And NFL players don't have nothing to blame for but themselves for this situation. Major League Baseball would have came down hard on Bill O'Brien with that union, and Hopkins should have reported this to the union. All right, but Bill O'Brien should be fired anyway because he's a shitty coach. Let me say that first. He can't coach, and now you empower him. And if he was a brother, people say, we got to play the race card. The race card is always involved in America. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for the rest of the world. But if, he was a black man, he would have been fired already. He never would have got a promotion. I seen Stephen A. Smith going hard on Marvin Lewis for those years in Cincinnati. He leaves Cincinnati. Cincinnati fall off a cliff. Why ain't Stephen A. Smith going hard at Bill O'Brien? You smell me? But to continue on, they get in this meeting and discuss his power over the locker room. He's a leader. He's perhaps the best receiver, one of the best receivers in the league, one of the best players in the league, in the team. And he said the last time, Bill O'Brien says this to Hopkins, the last time we had a meeting like this, I had a meeting like this with Aaron Hernandez. Now, remind you, DeAndre Hopkins is not Hispanic. He's not from Connecticut. He's never had a criminal history to my knowledge and to his knowledge. He said that to Michael Irvin as well. Never got any type of trouble. So why would you compare me to Aaron Hernandez and one of the last meetings you had with him? I already know Bill O'Brien is a stone cold racist. Remember, he didn't want Deshaun Watson. Either the general manager before him or ownership wanted Deshaun Watson. So if I'm Deshaun Watson and they traded Hopkins, I start some beef with the motherfucker too. Trade me too. Because he ain't did nothing but hurt his career, but I'll carry on with that later. So he goes on and compares this meeting to Aaron Hernandez. Now, Aaron Hernandez, he didn't have no influence over the Patriot locker room. Shit, Tom Brady don't even have the influence that Bill Belichick have over the locker room. So Aaron Hernandez wasn't controlling the locker room. He wasn't controlling the mood. He wasn't controlling if it was Jubilee. He wasn't telling players what to do. He was just another number in New England, and that's how they run it. So why would this meeting be comparable to Aaron Hernandez? You know what I'm saying? You compare me to a murderer. He's a racist. I'm telling y'all that, man. And we already know the NFL got the highest raccoon rate of any other league in around the world. Okay, raccoon is a code word. You feel me? So they continue on to the meeting, right? He says, well, I don't like that you got, different, some kids by different baby mamas. Now, y'all know DeAndre Hopkins part of the Swirl Patrol. He don't really date. I don't think he mess with black women. Okay, that's his preference. Okay. He said he don't like how he has his baby mamas around all the time. Now that's valid. I can't knock him for that. But don't tell me you don't like how I got so many baby mamas by different. That's my preference. If I want to put my penis and I want to create 10 kids from 10 different baby mamas and I can afford it, I can do it. Now, if I get to complaining to you like I got all these baby mamas and I can't make the practice on time, that's different. If you ain't had no problem with me being on practice on time, I don't have no problems with me providing for my kids. Mind your business. He should have got his head cracked in that meeting. He should have cracked this colonizer, a.k.a. Pilgrim Bill O'Brien, head in this meeting. I would have cracked his head. He lucky he picked the right dude in DeAndre Hopkins. Because if he would have got a nigga like, what's that dude that got arrested for drug trafficking and played for the Cowboys and played for the Chicago, Sam, whatever his name was. He would have got one of these real street dudes, man, in there, one of these real street niggas, man, he wouldn't be around talking. They would have plugged this dude. He picked the right one in DeAndre Hopkins. Somebody that's calm, somebody that's mature, somebody that probably was raised right. He picked the right one. Cause a real one, that he did this to he probably would have got his head cracked open. But the thing about having his baby mamas around, that's valid though. Because anything can happen. You seen it with Dante Fowler when he was with Jacksonville before he went to the Rams. And his baby mamas was fighting in a parking lot or somewhere. And he was letting them fight. That's a valid complaint. I really don't like you having your baby mamas around. I ain't knocking them for that one. You know what I'm saying? That's just doing too much, my dude. Pick one and have one around. Not all three, because anything can happen. No matter if you got it like that, where you can control them, we don't want that here. I'm not knocking them for that. At all. That's a valid complaint. That's a recipe for disaster. Women are like ticking time bombs. When they mad or they see red, that is what it is. But now you got an insight on why he left. And I heard why he left. And I told a few people on Twitter. Said he left because, Bill O'Brien. I knew that's probably what the case was. Bill O'Brien just let DeAndre Hopkins know that he's still a nigga in his league. That's it. That was a pilgrim to nigga talk. A colonizer to a brother talk. That's what it was. He let him know that you still a nigga, man. And I don't like you. And I don't like how you conduct yourself. Last time I had a meeting like this was with Aaron Hernandez. Somebody that went on that was a homicidal, crazy maniac. He compared a dude that seemed to be calm, seemed to have a good reputation, love his mother, take care of his kid. You compare me to that man? It's over with. And he traded him. And also, this is nothing. He traded him for nothing. Just to let him know, to him, he was nothing. And when you start getting into power struggles and you start to, get mad because you want to be a dictatorship in the locker room, he ain't gonna win shit in Houston. Look, whoever broke off that Bill Belichick branch, the shit ain't never worked for nobody. Brian Flores, it looked like it might work, but will it? We don't know. Matt Patricia, it definitely ain't working in Detroit. Josh McDaniels, it definitely ain't working in Denver. Charlie Weiss, it definitely didn't work in Notre Dame. He went to Kansas for a minute. Whatever that, Bill O'Brien, it ain't working in Houston. All them Patriot people that come off the Patriot tree, especially the Mayonnaise Nation ones, the clear people, you can tell. I agree that they are racist, and we already know about the New England area. I would agree that they are all racist. Matt Patricia's had an issue with Quadre Diggs. He got one with Darius Slay. Bill Belichick can just hide it better. And it's my opinion. Bill O'Brien is a stone cold right. He didn't want Deshaun Watson. People forget that. He didn't want no colored quarterback playing for him. So if Watson, really want to get out of there, now it's time to make a fuss. Now it's time to be like, hey, man, you got rid of Hopkins, and I think you racist, man. Give me up. And don't forget the owner was racist, the one that just died. And DeAndre Hopkins spoke up against that when he said we can't have the inmates running the prison. He equated his players to inmates. Then I say that's why if I have a son, he ain't playing no in the NFL at all. Care how good he is. The NFL is no place for a black man. And I'm going to keep saying it. It's no place for a minority. Care how good the money is. Money ain't even good as baseball. Pick up the bat and don't look back. But like I said before, Bill O'Brien shouldn't even have that job. Hopkins should still have his job, and Bill O'Brien should be fired. What has he done? Nothing. He didn't do shit at Penn State. But hey, man, I'm going to link all this information in the description under source link, the video, the article. You can check it out. But I just think this is disgusting. I'm surprised he didn't file a grievance. I'm surprised he didn't catch a case. And I ain't talking about Corona. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Need to reach out, you can DM me there. Want to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate, share the video. Don't forget to check out our NFL Talk playlist. I'm not sure when the original channel will be back. Could be weeks, could be days, could be months. So I'll be pushing on Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0 till then. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.